It's Tuesday, my dudes, and what is up? We've got the CEA, Corporate Esports Association, Dota 2 Spring 2019 tournament going on. For those of you who don't know, CEA is a social esports league where big names like Facebook and Google play each other for the glory of esports. Today, we've got Microsoft, Bane, and Mirana Ganks representing Microsoft, and Team Twitter representing Twitter. So let's get into the draft. So we've seen Ursa ban off the bat. Ursa's a very strong hero right now. Lone Druid, it's interesting. And probably a little bit more of a specialized ban. Team Twitter may have done their homework as look into what Team Microsoft plays. And Microsoft responds with a very fast Viper ban. Probably means they've thought about the bans before the game starts. A Rubik ban by Team Twitter, another targeted ban. THC plays this a lot. Microsoft, Bane, and Mirana Ganks won last year's, when it was called After Hours Gaming, the HGL. They won last year's Dota tournament, so there's definitely some data on them out there. I also participated in the league last year and had to face Bane and Mirana Ganks. It was pretty rough. Lifestealer ban, another very popular meta hero. See what Team Twitter wants to ban. They're probably checking the Dota buff from Microsoft team now, just what heroes have been playing recently. The Mirana ban. Well, the team doesn't work anymore. First pick Earth Spirit on Microsoft. They are not playing around. Earth Spirit will always be a good hero. It's obviously got reworked a little bit recently. Ember Spirit as a first pick, that's pretty bold. Usually Ember Spirit can be countered pretty easily, but the advantage of picking Ember Spirit first is it's a flex pick. You can put him mid and you put him in the safe lane, so it's not clear immediately to Microsoft which lane Ember's going to go into. Now this is interesting because normally you want to pick both. As second pick, you have the second and third pick back to back. You want to pick these two heroes as quickly as possible to give Microsoft, the other team, less time to respond. But they're taking some time on this. I think they're a bit thrown off by the Earth Spirit pick. They might try and pick a 4 that can match Earth Spirit, suppose someone to follow him like Tusk. We'll see Magnus. Magnus, another flex pick, but in the context of Ember and Mag, which is quite a good pairing. It's a very good pairing. Put the Empower in Ember, and Ember just goes to town. We'll probably see Mag as a 4 rather than a 3. He's probably just going to walk around and be a buff bot for Ember this game.
One of us has become too intimidating.
Bane, well, living up to half the name of the team. Bane is a very strong support right now. And off the bat, Microsoft have picked their support duo. It makes the banning a bit easier for Twitter. This is usually the problem with picking your supports off the bat, is now you only need to ban carries. You don't need to worry about banning supports. But Bane is very good against Ember Spirit. You pick up an Aether Lens to get the cast range at level 10, just Fiend's Grip him from across the map. And we see a PA ban from Microsoft. PA is another very good partner for Mag. It's a little bit greedy with Mag and Ember, but it can definitely work, so definitely worth banning. A Night Stalker ban from Twitter. They want to avoid having to deal with the silence, having to deal with the vision disadvantage. The Night Stalker gives you that. It's just all around a pretty good hero right now. I think Night Stalker is in a pretty good place. He's a god for half the game and pretty useless for the rest, but for the half game is pretty good. Juggernaut ban. So they're pretty convinced this Ember is going to be in mid.
Ten seconds to pick.
Twitter taking their time on this ban. This is pretty important. Clicks Well, it's nice to not have a Clinks against Ember. I think they're also thinking of putting Ember Bane, and Clinks can shut down Ember pretty hard. Ember needs to get a pretty good start to the game, otherwise he feels not that great. Dark Willow adds... Well, Dark Willow is normally a position 4. Maybe we'll see an offlane mag. They want to get more, like a quicker blink RP combo up. I'm not that convinced by mag 3 in general. I think he just, he just needs to perform. Pangolier on Bane, Microsoft Bane and Mirana Ganks. He did get nerfed recently. You can't silence and disarm on the same lucky shot hit anymore, but he's still a very good hero. The current meta is focused a lot on buying aura items and then grouping up into a ball. Pangolier literally curls into a ball. He's a natural Greaves buyer. Magnus, not so much. Magnus, you really want the blink. So, we may also... It could also be a Mag 5. It's, like, not too unreasonable. You're literally just an Empower bot at that point. So maybe we'll see an off-laner come out of Team Twitter. And the Abaddon comes out. Oh, well, the new flavor of the month is to play Abaddon as 5. Spam that Mist Coil until you die. You deny yourself, come back to lane and put mana, and then do it all over again. Alright, well... I think it's pretty confirmed that Magnus is 3 position. Microsoft, they should pick their carry now. The reason why you pick carry in the 4th slot as first pick is you get to ban right after. And that can protect your pick. We'll see who they want to go for. Bane can turn any lane into a favourable matchup, so they could go a bit greedier. But they picked a Pangolier, so they probably want to group up early on. Earth Spirit also wants to make a lot of aggressive moves early on. He does not a sit back and farm type of 4 position. Dark Willow is kind of like that. Microsoft taking their time with this pick. This is the most important pick for first pick. A lot of people say you have to win the draft on this pick if you're first pick. And they go for Spectre, a little bit of a greedier hero. Bane will be able to support pretty well. Mag Dark Willow does not inspire me with a lot of confidence in terms of how scary they can be to Spectre. She can just Spectral Dagger out, doesn't give a crap.
10 seconds to
I think Spectre's a pretty good pick overall. They have not a very strong lane. They could aggro tri-lane with the Abaddon and the Willow, plus the last pick carry for Team Twitter. But Ember can still be the safe laner. That's not unreasonable. But you probably don't want to tri-lane with Ember. He needs a lot of levels. We'll see. Well... Team Twitter's going to ban in mid. If they want to put Ember in mid, they might ban... Oh, it could even be... Well, yeah, it could even be Pangolier in mid. We've seen mid one do that a lot. Thompson, a lot of the pros are doing that these days. But he did get nerfed a little bit, so maybe we won't see it anymore. The main reason he was able to become a mid laner was his base damage increase, and that didn't get nerfed. So it's still viable. I don't think Pangolier is good against Ember Spirit though. Not in a 1v1. In a group setting, I think Pangolier can definitely take over.
Radiance ban.
In Invoker ban, I actually don't think Invoker would have been very good this game. You want a hero to start fights and just be aggressive, and then Spect can haunt him. They might pick Puck. Oh, Husker. Oh, okay. Well, Ember Spirit's probably not going mid anymore. there's no way he can match up against a Husker. So they need to pick a mid that can fight Husker. Thinking of Kunkka could be a suggestion. He does okay. It's not the best, but it's acceptable. Monkey King, I think, does pretty well.
5 seconds. Hurry.
Or Viper's banned, so it's definitely not a Viper game. But Husker is a perfect fit for this draft. You just want to jump in with the life break, use the Spectre Horn, get some kills on Spectre, get an early radiance, and take over the game. They've got 3 heroes who can start fights, even Bane to some degree if he gets the smoke. Chaos Knight. Oh, that means there's going to be a mid-Ember Spirit. I don't know about this. This is going to be pretty rough for Ember. Oh, not a booster. I remember is the mid player for Team Twitter. Is this going to be a mid Dark Willow? I haven't seen this since the hero came out. This is going to be clowny. But I think that Microsoft has a way easier game plan. The Mag, if he's position 4, so there's less pressure on him to make big plays, like if he was a 3. But it's going to be hard for him. He can't blink with the Spectre. It's just going to haunt, and then your blink gets cancelled. It's going to be hard to hit RPs. You can't RP the Pangolier, or otherwise you're just going to get rolled on. We'll see how it goes. This will be a pretty close game. At the same time, there's like nothing that Microsoft has to deal with this Chaos Knight. And then Husker is pretty terrible. Spec is not that good against Pangolier is okay, but his damage is pretty static. He doesn't scale his damage very well. And there's a lot of Chaos Knight illusions. It's hard to hit with Bane. Alright, who's got the ward? They give Pangolier the ward. Usually gives the Earthspringer the ward because he can just roll. But they'll get the vision advantage of the top rune. It looks like CK is going to be the only one up here for now. They'll probably TP the supports. Unless it's an off-lane Chaos Knight, a safe lane Ember. No, okay, Ember has mid items. Okay, this makes a bit more sense. The Mag is going to be off lane. So they're either sacking the Chaos Knight, which seems like a pretty bad idea, or it's going to TP the supports up to the top again once the runes are collected. I think Chaos Knight probably has to back off. There's no way they can take on the Earth Spirit. But looks like it's going to be 2 for 2 bounties unless Chaos Knight can get anything done. No, it's going to be 2 for 2. Okay, so how are we doing on blocks? Ember's got a pretty good block going. Husker's got a pretty good block going. This is going to be a pretty rough lane for Ember. His Flame Guard only absorbs 80 damage at level 1, and that's not much. Well, the burn damage, I guess, is not that high, but it stacks up. Pangolier and Earth Spirit. It's going to be okay lane. I really wish they put a Baden up here instead of the Willow. The Willow is a support. I thought it was going to be mid for some reason, but that's okay. So I guess pretty passive lanes, but doesn't have a lot of kill potential. Abaddon should just be spamming Miscoil. I think Abaddon is the core though, so maybe you won't skill Miscoil as aggressively to see he wants to actually stay in the lane, unlike it to be with support. Husker just doing Husker things, throwing burning spears on the Ember. The Ember Spirit's Flame Guard has already run out. But hey, he's pretty far ahead in last hits. Ember's got higher base damage plus a Quelling Blade. It's kind of hard for Husker in the last hit. But can't contest last hits if you're not in the lane. We'll see once Husker gets level 3, he'll be able to push out and go a bit faster. Alright, Cursed Crown. An early Cursed Crown on Dark Willow. It's pretty uncommon. Chaos Knight's getting pretty low, but he's got a South, so he'll be fine. Willow is really low and she doesn't have a salve. Well, I don't think eating a Tango brand is just going to help that much, but at this point she should probably just suicide. She's going to be pretty useless for a long time now. Anyway, so it's pretty uncommon to see Kurt's Crown at level 1. It's pretty long cooldown, it doesn't stun for that long. And Bramble got buffed recently. Bramble used to be a 38-second cooldown. Oh, mid. Ember Spirit diving the Husker. Husker, he's pretty low. He keeps spamming his burning spears. But Ember Spirit's got a salve and Husker doesn't. Husker, he's got a very more regen. He's got so much gold. I don't think this isn't the time in the age of mid where you go for a bottle anymore. You gotta ferry out that regen Sumail style. He does have the Berserker's Blood, which is not bad, but he's got 2 points in it now. Maybe we'll catch up. Chaos Knight getting close to killing the Earth Spirit. He's got another Chaos Bolt. Pango, does he have another lucky shot? Alright, here's a Chaos Bolt. 2-second stun and a free crit. Because you don't need chance anymore. Alright, Spectral Dagger onto the Mag. He needs one more hit. You're gonna get it. One more. Oh, the regen. Spectral Dagger ran out, and the Skewer away, and the Mistkiller. Good thing. Oh. Ember Spirit killed the Husker. I guess 220 magic damage is actually a lot. Now that I think about it, like this only does 10 damage per second. This lane isn't as one-sided as I thought it was. I'm not a mid player. I'm actually a support player, so take my mid expertise as a grain of salt. Alright, but it's back to the Burning Spear spam. Flame Guard's on cooldown. You don't want to turn on the Flame Guard when you have a bunch of Burning Spears on. It's kind of a waste. You want to turn on the Flame Guard when you're fresh. Bane doing a K in the last hits. Husker's actually topping the charts, but Ember's not that far behind. I think generally everyone's pretty close. Pango's fallen behind a bit. It's kind of hard to lane against CK, but CK has a lot of damage variance, so you can get really unlucky with CK. But he's got the free crits, and this is why CK is back in the meta. Oh, this is the old patch. He got nerfed. I didn't realize this game was from a few weeks ago. The cooldown on this is a bit longer now. Here's a Reality Rift, and to another crit. Earth Spirits come bot. He's going to roll in and get the stun onto Abaddon. Kick back, Spectral Dagger. We're probably going to get this kill. Skewer? No? Okay, never mind. Husker with an Arcane Rune literally does nothing for him. If only it reduced the health cost of Burning Speed. But it doesn't do that, so... But it's good that he denied it for Ember. Ember went for a quick bottle. I get a little bit more important on Ember. You want to move around lanes a lot. The 5-minute bounties are coming up. They're going to give the bottle bounty to Ember. Fill up his bottle. And Dark Willow managed to get the rune at top. So that'll be 3 for Team Twitter. She probably just Dark Shadow Realm onto the rune. Didn't care. Pengli is out of mana. He's pretty useless right now. He's very spell dependent. CK going for an armlet instead of a Midas. I guess Midas got nerfed one too many times. It's like not really worth it anymore. Used to give 220 gold per cast, now gives 160 after 3 consecutive nerfs. Ember Spirit's a full level ahead of the Husker. Husker's almost level 6. He just hit it, but he needs to wait. Oh, alright. CK gets a kill on Pangali. Looks like it was a Bramble Maze. Didn't even need Chaos Bolt. He probably Bramble Maze, Reality Rift into another Bramble Maze. That's pretty nuts. That's a pretty sick combo though. I like it. It's a bit RNG dependent. The Reality Rift has some binomial distribution. Alright, 1 second stun. And he manages to get the last hit before the rollout. Alright, well, the Flame Guard is still up, so Husker can't make any moves. If anything, Ember does not care right now. He's so far ahead. He's a full level ahead. He's got a regen rune. He's gonna heal up. He's gonna dive the Husker. He can if he wants, but Earth Spirit's here. Oh, it cancels the regen rune. What a play. Feng Li pushing the top lane with a siege creep. Ember, what's he up to? This is quite interesting. Oh, okay. Kill on a Bane. And then the kill on Magnus. They didn't even have the Earth Spirit for the Bane kill. Oh, another life break onto the Ember Spirit. He's probably gonna tick out to the Burning Spears, but he gets the experience. That's fine. He's getting further and further ahead for the Husker. Anyway, what's really interesting? Oh, another fight at bot. Spec is pretty deep, but she'll be fine. She has a stick. Although she can't. Even if she sticks, she doesn't have enough mana for a spectral dagger. She should be okay. They have any catch. There's the shockwave. That's it. Anyway, as I was saying with Ember Spirit, the common build these days is to max Sleight of Fist first. We rarely see 204 anymore. This is the pretty old school build, but it makes a lot of sense against Husker because you want to block that magic damage. But Sleight of Fist, it's 160 extra damage on a 6-second cooldown. It's pretty good. Alright, the triple remnant. Husker doesn't have magic resistance anymore. And the rolling boulder will kill the Ember Spirit. You know, sometimes you go into a pub and there's an Earth Spirit, and you're like, we're gonna lose. Earth Spirit, a very high skill hero, but he's also very easy to mess up. Shockwave pulling the Spectre back in. They're gonna juke this one out. Vanon's pretty low. He doesn't have much health anymore. He should die here. Mag doesn't have Skewer anymore either. And the Earth Spirit, roll kick. Wow, a double kill plus Spectre. She is ballin' right now. We look at the net worth. She's top of net worth. Husker is also very high up there. Surprisingly, even though Ember is quite far ahead in experience compared to... Actually, Husker's caught up. He's actually ahead now. This is looking pretty bad. Rough for Team Twitter. TK is doing okay. He'll be ready to fight once he gets the armlet. But the Bane, he's going for the armor items. I think this makes sense. You want to get a Greaves. And he can also counter the Bane by just like using the Photic Shield. It's pretty good. But he's dedicated. He's not level 6 yet. It's kind of on struggle street. Tries to deny himself but fails. In mid, there's Bramble Maze. Husker goes for the life break. And the Fiend's Grip, the Haunt. Microsoft just dominating right now. The Spec didn't even leave. She didn't get the experience or the AoE goal, which is a bit unfortunate. I think the Willow died a bit too fast there. 10-minute bounty runes. 3 will go the way of Microsoft. Ember Spirit picks up a regen rune, luckily. But he's already maxed out, so it's fine. He's kind of wasting it. If he sees Peng Li use his ultimate, maybe we'll get him. Peng Li's out of mana. She doesn't have stick charges either. This Bane is really struggling. He's lower than the enemy Bane, and that's like not a place you want to be in. Alright, Ember Spirit looking to help out Abandon a bit, trying to put some pressure on the Spectre. Looks like he's just farming though. They had a ward, there's no way they could have snuck up on him. CK getting a quick blink so he can initiate. It looks like they really need that. Ember Spirit is the closest they have to initiation. Mag is position 4, but they're not going to get blink on him anytime soon. He's not even a close level 6. I don't know if he picked up the tome. Maybe Willow picked up the tome. So it makes a bit more sense. It's hard to get a good RP early on, but Terrorize is pretty low effort. The Enfeeble lasts forever. Alright. Chaos Bolt onto the Husker. He dodges it with a life break and just kills the Chaos Knight. Husker out regenning. Oh, but the Shadow Realm kills him, finishes him off. But she gives her life. It's definitely worth it for Dark Willow. Mid for a support. But they lost Chaos Knight. This is a disaster. Putting some pressure on this tower. Bane still not level 6. He's one creep away. He just needs to get to level 6 before they jump on him. Mag, he's got a mango, just skewer away.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Yeah, Ember Spirit, he's just heading to the jungle. He's going for BTs first, so he wants to be able to farm and still be active on the map. One problem you have usually, sometimes, is using all your mana to farm, which is pretty dangerous. But Bits of Travel is an essential part of the hero. You can't really skip it. But sometimes you see Maelstrom first. We'll see what he decides. Usually you don't see Battle Fury with the Boots of Travel just because it's like way too greedy. Bane going for a Soul Ring, that's a bit strange. But I mean, it synergizes with the Brain Sap. You use your HP to get mana, and then you use Brain Sap to get your HP back. Bane does have a lot of mana issues. His ulti costs a lot of mana. Ember Spirits come in with a Boost of Travel. They're gonna get Bane. Easy kill. Or will it? Pangoli gets a huge shield crash. Life Break. The Haunt. The Swashbuckle kills Mag, and the bag goes down. Before he wasted his level 6. CK's here though. He manages to get the Spectre. He's out of mana, so I don't think he'll be able to any more follow-ups. The reality there is kind of far away, but maybe he can turn around and get the Feed's grip on the illusion. But he is pretty screwed. He can't armlet toggle out of this. And another life break onto the Mag. Swashbuckle into another burning spear. Wow, Microsoft are on fire. Husker going for a Heaven's Halberd. Evasion will be pretty nice. The disarm isn't that useful. Ember Spirit's mostly, it doesn't care. I think you can still attack during Sleight of Fist, but don't quote me on that one. Ember Spirit's back, get the chains onto the Husker. The disarm on Husker pushes everyone back. Abaddon is just doomed to sleep there for 50 million years. Willow going for... No, it hasn't done any items queued up. Spec, she's almost got a relic. This is getting pretty scary for Team Twitter. Alright, they're gonna go for the Husker again. 3-second stun, that's pretty big. But there's no Phantasm anymore. They have no damage left. Husker's just gonna turn around and kill everyone. This is rough time. Life break, another life break in a few seconds. They don't even need it. Burning spears are going to burn down Ember Spirit. Roll onto the Abaddon. He doesn't have ulti anymore. He's just going to get life broken. But the skewer pushes him away. But they're dead anyway. This Husker does not care. Jeez. Spec just having the game of his life. He just doesn't care. He's got enough money for the relic anymore. He's so close to his radiance now. Alright, another life break onto the Abaddon. Yep. Alright, the Dota Plus probability win rate is pretty high. It's like 95% plus. It really believes in the Spectre. And Team Twitter, this point, you gotta get level 6 on the Mag. You gotta try and kill the Husker. Go for a smoke and kill the Husker with a Phantasm and RP. You need to use at least 2 ultimates. There's no way you're gonna be able to get away with just one. Maybe even need the Willow, but this Husker, he's just balling up with his team. Like, his supports haven't left his side since he left mid lane. And there's no way they can kill him now. This is getting pretty rough. Invis on the Ember Spirit. Maybe they can go for the Pangolier. 4-second stun. Maybe the Ember Spirit can catch him on the retreat. He's gonna ball out. Sleight of Fist. Sleight of Fist. Yes, nice. Alright, Bane and Earth Spirit. They're gonna look at each other through their wards. Oh, well, that was kind of a sad roll. And Husker, he's just pushing with the catapult creep. He doesn't care. He's TPing top into 4 heroes. This is pretty bold. Can he do it? Spectre Haunt. The RP gets all of them. Oh, Husker, he's so close to dying. He dies. But the Spirit managed to get Magnetized on everyone. They're taking so much damage. The Fiend's Grip on the Ember Spirit, even if he's invis, he's still gonna die. Swashbuckle into the Shield Crash. Finishes off the Chaos Knight. Spec, she's got a Radiance. And that was a fight without the Radiance. Holy shit, they're so screwed. Cheeky little Bramble Maze stopping THC from going up the hill.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.
I mean, they blew 2 ultimates for the Husker. They got 647 gold from it. But I mean, like, then they got team wiped. This is a pretty rough position. 9k gold ahead is Microsoft. And this Willow, it kind of gave some question marks. Like, what has it done so far? I haven't seen it do anything. He skilled Curse Crown early on and wasn't able to fight. Ember Spirit going for the Boost Charm. He still doesn't have a Maelstrom. At least he didn't get silenced by that lucky shot. That would have been some bad news bears. But it's only level 1, so it's fine. You normally don't see more than 1 level. It's hard because you want the Shield Crash to clear the creep waves. He's got a Maelstrom before the Ember Spirit. And we'll see. We'll see a Blink Dagger from Pangoli. This is a little bit uncommon, but I think THC feels his advantage. You normally see a Greaves after the Maelstrom. Sometimes you don't even see the Maelstrom, you just see the Javelin into a Greaves. But they're feeling pretty unkillable right now. The Spectre just runs up with his Radiance, just doesn't care. The Nightmare after the Borrowed Time. This is miserable. And they're just taking this tower, there's nothing they can do about it. Ember Spirit almost got his Javelin, a few hundred gold away. Bag working on Arcane Boots. Come on, sell the branch. Do it. Oh, he's gonna wait there. Alright. Lucky shot onto the Ember. It gets a silence, but it's only level 1 in 2 seconds long. They're gonna roll onto the Chaos Knight. Life Break. He's still silenced forever. Disarmed. He is dead. Fiend's Grip as well. Oh, this Chaos Knight, I think he's got the right idea. He's got to go for BKB. But then there's still the Fiend's Grip. And once you BKB, it's pretty clear which of the illusions is the real one. Bane going for an Aether Lens. He's already level 10. You got the cast range talent. He's going to have really long cast range once he gets Aether Lens. 4 Bounty Runes going to Microsoft. Another sign of the apocalypse for them. A double damage spawns in front of Roche, but they don't have a very good Roche lineup, so they probably won't go for it. Husker didn't go for any lifesteal, but he's got enough money for a Molded Mask now, so maybe he'll go for it. That being said, Team Twitter has a lot of vision around the Roche pit, but they don't have a Blink Dagger on Magnet. What can they do? They can spam Sleight of Fist. Ember's finally got his Maelstrom, but it's kind of late. Should definitely get the double damage, this is pretty key. Double damage with the Empower, if they have a chance to come back in. I still don't know how they're going to kill the Spectre. She is pretty farmed. 1700 HP, plus 5 to all stats. That's how you know you're doing well with the Spectre. You don't need the regen to keep farming. It's like, I'm ready to fight. Give me the stats. Ember Spirit did get the DD, so maybe they'll try and make a smoke play with it. Although, Earth Spirit picks up the smoke. Looks like they're just gonna march down this lane. What is Pangoli? He's got a blink now. So he can start pretty far back. Rolling Thunder, blink in, there's nothing to stop him. Except for an RP. But you don't want to waste the RP on Rolling Thunder. Husker's looking for it. He wants to fight.
Tower taking damage. Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Some split pushing going on by Team Twitter.
Middle tower has fallen.
CK's got the BKB now, but again, he just get Fiend's Grip, and it's pretty clear which one is the real one. Ember Spirit, he has a Remnant out, so he should just leave. Well, it's pretty greedy. But I guess they have nothing to catch him with. A Basher coming out next on the Pangoli. He is really feeling, he doesn't feel like his team needs any healing items. And they don't, to be honest. I mean, Ember still doesn't do that much damage yet. Sure, he has some power, but it's still like not enough. Chaos Knight does do damage now.
Radiant's middle tower is taking damage.
It's very single target focused. A Fiend's Grip on the Ember Spirit. This is a disaster. Alright, the Phonic Shield on the Ember Spirit, but he gets rolled by the Pangoli into death. Rolling Thunder doing a lot of work. The Rolling Boulder getting a stun on the CK. Misses the silence, but it's fine. He had a BKB anyway. The sleep. Alright, Reality Rift onto the Bane. The Bane should die. Spirit's dead too. But he gets so much damage off with the Magnetize. Ember Spirit bought back for that. He probably thought it was going to be a full-on engagement. The supports are down. Maybe Ember Spirit can play a bit more aggressively. But you gotta watch out for the Lucky Shot. If you get Lucky Shot, you're pretty screwed. Ember needs to get some way to dispel the silence. Good dodge of the Swashbuckle. Oh, 2-man. Right, Reality Rift in. He gets 2 seconds on the Husker, it's not enough. Really needs to get the RNG 4 seconds. And they back out. It's pretty timid of them. Disciplined. Alright, Spec is just going in. She doesn't care. She's gonna kill the Magnus by himself. Ah, nice. Rolling Thunder into Shield Crash. Misses the Swashbuckle, no chance of the silence there. Nice speed disengage, but Rolling Boulder back in, Life Break, and Ember's pretty screwed. Baden's just gonna get left behind. He's got another Life Break in 3 seconds. Here we go, Swashbuckle. Baden's pretty fast. Oh, but he turns around for a Miscoil. Oh, disaster. And the slow, and another Swashbuckle. Mag, what are you gonna do, man? Don't Shockwave, they're gonna bring him closer. Willow's pushing waves with that ultimate, you know, it always feels bad, but Willow doesn't have much wave clear. There's nothing Team Twitter can do against this. Spec is so farmed, she's gonna get to level 20 in a few minutes and get that 500 health. There's not much you can do against that. She's so tanky. Just go for a heart next as well. Pick up the casual fight booster. Should probably just go for the Reaver at this point. Baden's got a mech, but he's pretty far away from McGreaves. Probably wants to save a buyback, so he's not going to even buy the energy booster yet. Manta Style on the Chaos Knight works really well with the Reality Rift. You don't need to... You can get kill potential without using your ultimate, which is nice. Oh, get the 3-second stun with... Alright, they can definitely get this. Husker didn't buy a BKB. This is some Scrub T gaming, but the Glimmer Cape! He gets away, they don't have detection! Oh, this is a disaster. Okay, Rolling Thunder in, misses the Shield Crash, but they're all in such a small area. Rolling Thunder's gonna wreck everyone. Spectre doing so much damage. Ah, what a disaster. They didn't bring any detection, they couldn't kill the Husker, they overcommitted, and they just got team wiped. Well, should get the Basher now. I bet he's pretty salty he didn't get the Basher earlier. Alright, and into Roche Pit they go. There's nothing they can do about it. It's not worth buying back. CK doesn't have buyback either. There's double damage at bot, but it's probably not worth it. There's still a bounty rune at top. That's pretty frowned upon. Husker gets some lifesteal. He doesn't even care anymore. He just turn around and fight. And they're stuck in the front door. They don't even have Husker here.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
It's Glimmer Cave doing work. They don't have detection. Spec, she is 2,000 gold away from her heart, so it's on the horizon, maybe 5 minutes from now. Depends on how fast she farms. She's got a Radiance. Go for the Shrine, should make future racial attempts really difficult. Limits the match control a bit. And they finally got to get this bounty rune. Come on, alright, there you go. You walked past it for a minute, didn't even realize. Double damage. Well, could have given it to Ember, but it probably would have expired by the time you got there. Willow gets a quick scout of where Bane and Earth Spirit are. It's time to back out. Oh, this is not a place you want to fight. They have Aegis on Husker. Ember Spirit gets silenced. The Blink, Rolling Thunder. There's nothing. Ember is disarmed. Is silenced. There's nothing you can do. Another Swashbuckle misses the Rolling Bowler, but it doesn't matter. It's just a lady inevitable. Can they get Chaos Knight? They have nothing to bash. Bean's Grip? He definitely had the range for that. He's got Aether Lens. Alright, time to get another Shine. Pango's just gonna push the wave in while everyone else goes for... Oh, they're not even going for the Shrine. They want Chaos Knight. Go for the roll in from the Earth Spirit, but he doesn't use a boulder, so not much distance or speed. And they're just going for bot. They don't need the creep wave. They've got the mid one. The backdoor protection is down.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Casual Spectral Dagger. Yeah, Spec's pretty low on mana. She doesn't have Haunt. She has enough mana for like Command Style Nested. But there's also mana boots on the Pangoli. Another Rolling Thunder. He's just making space at this point, trying to be a nuisance. They're just getting the racks without him. A Haunt comes out. Life Break on the Mag. No RP. And the Spec's just having fun, going around in circles. Fiend's Grip on the CK, the real one. Batten's dead too. This is looking pretty over. Go for the throne now. And any moment now, Team Twitter will probably tap out after the Ember Spirit dies. Oh, he got out! But they just like fountain camping him at this point. Spectre is unkillable. She's getting a heart delivered now.
Whole lot of murder going on here.
Dark Willow bites back. It looks like they're going to go for one last hurrah with the CK, but he doesn't have Phantasm. What are they going to do? They have to wait 10 more seconds. A really deep life break from the Husker, but he does not care. Skewer into the fountain. He's going to die, but he's got the Aegis. He doesn't care. Another Swashbuckle gets the bash into a shield crash, kicking the Abaddon out. Husker, they have no detection again. Chaos Bolt, 3 seconds. He doesn't have Manta yet. There's no damage. BKB from the CK. He's got Phantasm now. They've got another Chaos Bolt. But, oh, he whisked the shield crash. Spectre doesn't care, he's just taking the rags. Husker's still not dead, he turns on the Satanic, he's healing. Can they kill him? They killed him off, but he just buy back and TP in. Alright, Spec, it's all against you. It's you against the world. And Bane, I guess. Bane's not doing it, she's just sleeping people. Spec does not care, he's soloing the team at this point. He's got a heart now. 3.8k HP.
Radiant's top tower is a whole lot of murder going on here.
And the creeps take the game. GG. The creeps are the real MVP. True indeed. So yeah, 29k gold leads. That was a pretty rough game for Team Twitter. Honestly, the game plan from Microsoft was just way easier to execute. Just get the Husker to jump in, get Spec to haunt, Spec gets some money, Spec gets a quick Radiance. How fast was it? It was probably around, before 20 minutes, 17, 30 Radiance. That's pretty good. After a Treads and a Wraith Band. Whew. Husker did so much damage there.